So we have had 30 plus episodes of the Quarter Life Crisis podcast, and it's time that it comes to an end. I'll see you later. Just kidding. Sort of. So when this thing started in January, I was in a really weird place in my life. Basically, everything was in flux. I was unhealthy, I was moving across the country, I hadn't read a book in years, I was stressed out to the max with crazy anxiety that I never had before. Just an overall bad combo. And so I did what every millennial during an existential crisis does these days, is I started a podcast. And with this platform, I connected with a ton of people that I realized also felt the exact same way that I did, which I thought was crazy. It became a community and it allowed me to research and dive in on so many things that I needed to figure out about myself, and then allowed me to share that with each and every one of you. And there was a ton of findings. There's a lot of science involved, and I was able to get that out. And so because of all of the research I was doing and the advice that I was giving, I decided it was time for me to take my own advice. So I got healthy, I lost 50 pounds, I read 20 plus books, I connected with 20 plus podcast guests, and I even made a major career change. And because of all of this, I found myself no longer in a quarter life crisis. It lasted just about 2 years, but I came out the other end based on the changes in my life that I had made. And what I realized too is that the quarter life crisis is probably going to happen a few more times during, anyone's life. I don't think it's reserved for specifically late 20s, early 30s like I thought. I think that the part about your career probably is, but throughout the course of your life, there are going to be times where you probably need to make some changes, and there's probably some things eating away at you. And I think the quarter life crisis is probably the most prevalent time in your life when those things are really happening, but there's just going to be more times, and now I feel more equipped to tackle those, basically. I am still very passionate about the quarter life crisis, and I want to continue to share those things with people because just because I got out of it doesn't mean that a lot of you or a lot of people out there have. A lot of us are going to experience that, and I think I have a good baseline of research and podcasts for people to revert back to, but it's not the only thing that I'm currently passionate about. So I am very excited to share that I'm going to be transitioning this channel into a much bigger umbrella. Now, of course, the quarter life crisis is going to fall under that umbrella, but so are a few other topics that I'm looking forward to doing a lot of research and deep diving on. This time around, I'm reaching out to people I don't really know who are subject matter experts in their field, because I'm not going to approach my new channel as being the expert. I'm just going to be a normal guy looking to better myself. So I have several interviews already lined up, already happening, already being recorded, already being worked on. I have a website that is about to launch. I have blog posts being edited. I am ready to transition this bad boy and launch the new channel. You'll have to stay tuned for what it's going to be about and what it's called, but I promise you it's not going to be too much longer until all of that comes out. So for the last time, stay healthy, stay distanced, and welcome to the Valley of the Sun.